Planet Zoo's transportation items suck. Yes, okay, I know. I'm not the first to admit it, but you guys already know how I feel about most of the transport rides in Planet Zoo, especially having played Planet Coaster with a huge variety of different transport items. It's just a shame looking at Planet Zoo from, you know, my perspective at least, and seeing so many missed opportunities that constantly get neglected with each and every single DLC and update. So today, we're just gonna sit down, grab some coffee, everyone, grab a little snack, because we're gonna get into how we need new transport rides. And first and foremost, we're gonna start off with the Monorail, nothing too crazy over here. The Monorail, I would say, is honestly the best transport ride in the game. It's actually quite perfect. It doesn't really take up too much space. The designs are all very attractive. The only complaint that I do have about it is the fact that it's only it's double-sided. It was actually based off of Bronx Zoo's Monorail, and if you actually look at the concept art, they did have ideas for implementing it on a way that it would face one single direction. And honestly, that is something that I would love to see Planet Zoo developers really bring back into the light and see if they could take their swing at it again. Because when you're actually on the Bronx Zoo Monorail, it's very cool getting the same experience as everyone else. You all face the same exact direction and the whole track is designed around that. When you have kind of two-way look at monorails, like if you're on one side and your buddy's on the other, you're getting two completely different perspectives that, you know, I think it just takes away from the whole experience, and it makes some people kind of get snuffed with like a bad seat. Let's just say the left-hand side gets a better look at the tiger exhibit, but the right, you guys just get like the gazelles or something. I don't know, something not really that cool. Being able to actually get both guests facing the same way would be a really amazing thing to have. But again, as I said before, the monorail really isn't too offensive to me, but you know what is? The gondola. Okay, I don't know a single person who actually likes this item. This gondola, if you could even call it that, is obtrusive. It's loud, it's pompous, it's too futuristic, and it doesn't make sense in a realistic standpoint. The other day, I was working in Hope Island Zoo, and I was like, you know what'd be really cool? Is if we got like a chairlift or like, you know, a skyfari, something not too loud that would just go over your park, you know, kind of like a ski chairlift, which were in Planet Coaster, mind you, and be able to go over the park in those. Something like that, that is a lot more subdued, not as loud as the gondola that we do have in game, would be a really awesome thing to have, especially just because a lot of the times I love building realistically, and a lot of my favorite parks, be it San Diego or even Southwick Zoo, they have skyfaris, and they're honestly really fun to use. They're really cool ways to like bring guests into a different perspective of exhibit design, and you know, it would be such an amazing thing to have if we do get kind of like a ski lift or a sky tram that was a lot less loud. But going through here, we also have the boat. The boat is one that I tend to kind of like, but after a certain amount of time, I've grown very bored of the whole safari style of it. What I would actually love to see in place of that would be something a lot more utilitarian. Something that really can go with any theme, and it really isn't too loud. One of the main things I have a problem with this actual boat that we do have in game is the fact that it has all the lights, it has that cover on it. I would love to see something that is a lot less centralized towards a certain aspect of, you know, a theme. As you guys can probably tell, it is very much based off of the safari theme, which, you know, I know a lot of people tend to make Asian boat rides. I know a lot of people might even make American boat rides. It would just be a really awesome feature to have if we just get a nice stock boat. Nothing too crazy. Probably the same model, just, you know, a lot less, you know, safari-like. But going through here, we also have the train. My only complaint with the train is that it's too loud, and you wouldn't really get anything like that in a real zoo. because of course you're working with animals. You have animals that would get very frightened by noise. When we have a train going chugga chugga choo choo through your humble little moose exhibit, it's pretty much guaranteed that the moose will never come near the guests or even near the train, which, you know, might be good in some respects because moose are very dangerous, but you guys know what I mean. It would scare off animals and it would cause them a lot of stress. What I would suggest would be essentially even a tick just to turn the noise off of all the transport rides, because that would be a really great thing to have. It would fit into a lot more immersion when it comes to a lot of different aspects, and it's something that I would love to see within the game. And of course, going through here, we also have the 4x4. The 4x4 is great. I really do like it. It's probably one of the best rides in the game. I'd rank it as number 2, right behind the monorail. But the 4x4 needs an off-road option. A lot of the times when people are building safari parks in here, a lot of the time safari parks tend to go a little bit off the trail. And that'd be something that I would love to see implemented as a new ride element. Just to get null tracks would be a really awesome thing to have within the context of Planet Zoo. It would bring in a lot more immersion because you could probably even integrate these in backstage areas as well. That'd be a really cool way to like get guests to go from point A to point B. Maybe even get like, you know, your roads on the backstage and have active vehicles going down them. That would be a really cool thing to have. I don't know. But just off-road options would be a really awesome thing. But I don't know. The whole transport system in Planet Zoo is really great because I know a lot of you guys live near zoos that tend to have a lot of transport options for guests, and you know, it's an aspect of the zoo design that I really love. It's just I'm not really able to do that in Planet Zoo itself. So hey, listen, if you guys have the chance, speak your mind on the forums, speak your mind on the subreddit, and advocate for some more kind of bland vehicle designs and transport designs. That'd be a really great thing to have for all of us, be it hyper themed people or even very realistic themed people. But all that being said, thank you guys for watching. I know you guys probably enjoy hearing these little rants and stuff. I really do love making these for you guys. But all those being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye bye now.